Hey, what's up? You are now tuned in to the Lite Podcast. I'm your host, Joseph, and I'm here with my brothers Mike Story, Ramsey Giannis, and Reggie Harris. Here on the Lite Podcast, our focus is to inspire you to be the best version of yourself through impactful conversations about faith, family, hustle, and health. Why? Because light bring more light. Hey, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Joseph, and I'm back with the gang.
What's up,
Mike
y'all?
Story.
How y'all doing?
Yeah, Ramsey Giannis
right here.
What's going on, fellas? Welcome to the Lite Podcast, episode 5.
Man, 5 already?
5 already, bro. We in
I'm
this
on
thing.
my
We really
fast.
pod. You know what I'm saying? We really podding. Ramsey, we
Yeah.
appreciate you for broadcasting from inside Broward County. You know what I'm
Correctional
saying?
facility.
Yeah, correction. Where are
Yeah,
you?
man.
Where in the world is Ramsey Giannis?
You know how it is, man. Like, I travel a lot, gone till November, moving weight, and so I got caught up. Got to make that money in the summer.
Nah, I feel you.
Nah, man. Yeah, no backgrounds this time. I just came back from what was it, Flagler Beach or New Smyrna Beach out of Florida. So yeah, man. I'm gonna hit up Orange County, or actually, no, I'll fly into Orange County and go to LA tomorrow. My flight is at 6 a.m.
Are you going back home?
Yes, sir.
Man,
That's
Rand's
what's
been
up.
all over the place, all over the
Yeah,
country.
I'm in the same corner.
Same here.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Same
just
here.
the same little corner.
Y'all would be
Yeah,
deadbeats if y'all
routine.
just picked up and left your kids and families every week, though.
Nah, facts. Yeah.
You calling me though? No, I'm just joking. Be quick.
Yeah, I ain't
I forgot
going
this is
back.
really recording.
Yeah.
Nah. Hey,
I'm gonna bleep it out.
Yeah. Beep it out.
we'll pop the trunk production. But once we sell out, when we blow up and we completely sell out, you can just travel every week.
No, I promise you, we're gonna sell out. We selling out. Listen, we ain't gonna be no staying true. We are selling.
Nah, bro, I
out.
don't fly. We driving.
Immediately.
You don't fly.
Nah, when I have to, I do. When I have to, I do.
Are you scared to fly?
Nah, I don't like it. I like to
So
drive.
you scared to fly?
Nah, I just don't like it. I'm too big for a plane, man. I don't got them NBA planes.
Dang.
You get
Frontier
to that
don't
money,
got
get
that.
first class. Alaskan Airlines ain't got no space.
Stop flying Spirit.
That. Yeah,
Nah,
Spirit.
I could definitely vouch for the fact you just love to drive, bro. I don't know why you like the
But
only dude I know who just love to drive.
After having a child, though, after that trip to Springfield, nah, it's flying from here on out. Trey, no more road trips with Trey, man. You don't have to wait till you got like out of diapers and potty trained and everything.
Bro, I can't imagine.
Man,
Yeah.
traveling with a baby.
I love road tripping, like with my family. We have a good time. We do this thing now where we my wife will pull up some questions and we asking questions, and you know what I'm saying?
I'm playing I Spy. Are you playing I Spy?
We need to bring that back. Cash, get off your phone. We playing I Spy.
Man,
We gotta bring that
I
back.
hate it.
we had a
Yeah, I
Game
hate
Boy. We
driving.
didn't have a phone.
Nah, I promise you. You don't like driving? Ramsey, I don't
Not at
think
all,
I've
bro.
seen you drive before.
Nah, I drove us to Mike's wedding.
Oh, you
With my
did?
10 and 2.
Oh, you did? Dang.
Nah, yeah, Ramsey, you are a 10 and 2
Y'all let
driver.
the black dude with dreads drive?
That's why
But
I
we
was
had-
10.
we
I thought y'all had Jay Field.
Yeah, we
We
had
had
a white
Jordan
dude in
on
the back,
reserve.
so we were
Oh,
straight.
okay, that's right.
We were straight.
Yeah.
We were straight.
It was when I was driving, we were doing singing Boot Up, my playlist. And then when Jordan was driving, he was Sweet Caroline.
Mhm.
Ba, ba, ba.
Yeah,
Don't
man.
sound
So
like that, I
how,
think.
how's y'all's week been, fellas?
Man, it's been cool, man. I went kayaking for the first time.
Breaking
Kayak.
stereotypes, man. Black
Yeah.
people don't be in water sports posters. So
My
Mike,
brother
can
got
you
me out
swim?
there. Now I'm a solid swimmer. I used to be a solid swimmer. I got to get back at it. You know what I mean? I got to tighten up.
Dang.
But I like water activities, though, man. We went whitewater rafting one time on a field trip, bro. It was amazing. So being out there in that water, man, it was cool. Just driving between all them. I'm not driving, but floating between all them trees and everything.
It's beautiful.
Like, man, just let you know how like little you really are. You know what I mean? These trees been here forever. I don't know how many people been through this river. You know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah.
And here's it's my turn.
Yeah.
Artistic.
But it was fun, man. It was a lot of fun.
That's what's up,
bro.
Having fun with the family.
What about
Yeah,
you,
man.
What you do? You said I know you say you hit the beach, but like what else?
Yeah, I was up in New Smyrna like this past week. That's what I did. You know, just been out here. I hit up this dope museum in Miami. It's the Paris Art Museum, and they had an exhibit on Afro diaspora art, so African and African diaspora art. So just up, people, you know, going all throughout like South America, the Caribbean islands. So a lot of Afro Latino work, and then just African diaspora all over, and just beautiful art of where we've been, our ancestors have been, how there's no part of Western civilization that we haven't like touched and influenced on this whole West society. So that was dope.
Powerful.
Yeah. Then hit up this little beach spot up near Orlando this past weekend. I rented a car and drove up there. Hated it. Gotta enjoy it, man. Gotta live your life, or else I'd just be by myself talking about. I never wanted to be one of them people that's like single and hanging out and being like, oh man, I don't do well. If you're an introvert, that's one thing, but I want to take advantage of life.
You 100% not an introvert.
Nah, I'm not.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So I gotta shout you out. So I got rebaptized this week. You know what I'm saying?
That's amazing, bro. Congrats.
Thank you. And I gotta shout Ramsey out because our friend Matt was the one who baptized me. Me and my boy Cavalier, he got baptized too. And man, it was such an amazing moment. All service, bro, I was just boo-hooing like before the baptism. I'm just crying the whole service. I'm worshiping. I'm giving it my all, bro. I'm like, bro, I'm just so emotional just thinking about like, man, the journey to get back to this spot. My wife was super excited. She was cheering loud. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was amazing. We had the homies there. You know, my boy Cav brought his whole family out, came to support him. So that was amazing. And then just to have Matt do it, it was just dope because that was a connection you made, Rams. And
right.
It was just a really powerful moment, bro. And
that's what's up, bro.
Yeah, it was dope, bro, to get back in that water, man. I needed to do that. You know what I'm saying?
We all in some water this weekend, huh?
Shout out to the water. Hey, you know, and that's funny because that's what Pastor preached on. He preached on how in the Bible water is mentioned more times than faith. And so he was like, there's something about water. And so that's a deeper thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we got to put that sermon in the description or something.
Bro, and then even think about it. One of us, I was in ocean water, like riptides. I was not getting them to pull me out. You were in river water going through, and you were in standstill water. And there's
I was just in a little pool, little kiddie pool, the bathtub.
Yes, sir.
If it was that, as long as it ain't that little tiny blue one, the little baby one.
No. They did it a little bit better than that.
Yeah. Hey, people still be scared of. Listen, I've worked as a pastor before, and there's still people who don't want to go under that water, who after like 2 feet of water.
Man. Sometimes we got to come up like they was drowning. Another topic. Sometimes that church water don't be right.
Nah, that church water be a little dirty.
Sitting there for like 3-4 days.
That's stale water.
You see the ring around the tub. Your eyes burning.
Bro, don't tell me the church baptism pool got the ring around it.
Man,
gonna catch ringworm.
In a cold one time. That water was cold, bro.
Hold on, the church baptism got a dirt ring around.
Man, I need to donate some Clorox.
Bro, that's hilarious.
From all the sisters who ain't washed their hair yet, or brothers who ain't taking a shower that early.
Bro, I promise you, I ain't put no Cantu, no shape, nothing in my hair, bro. Like on purpose. And I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna be the one who get in this water. And when I dunk, it's just like all this white, just like
milky.
Just like float out the, you know what I'm saying? I ain't put nothing in my hair, bro. That's what the name of this episode, Baptism Pool.
Baptism Pool.
I remember I was a kid one time at the pool. You know, you get that sporting waves cream.
Oh,
yeah. Your hair.
Oh no.
I was brushing, bro. Went to that pool, got in that water. was worse. I was around a bunch of white kids too. It was like, what's that white stuff coming out your hair? They were trying to flame us, bro. Me and my friends too was the worst part. We thought we was gonna kill them with the waves that summer. Had so much grease in their hair, all thick, waves all rough.
Crunchy waves at the pool.
Hey, you taste the grease coming down.
Rolling down your face. White kids looking at you. There's some white stuff rolling down the corner of your forehead, Mike.
Stop before you get to that forehead.
Michael?
That's soul glow.
That's too funny. All right, fellas. Let's get to a podcast.
I forgot.
Let's get to a podcast.
What's today's topic?
All right, so last week I'm watching, the playoffs, and I'm watching Philly versus Atlanta, and Ben Simmons gets fouled, and the talk on ESPN, but this has been a thing for years, his free throw shooting. But bro, for the first time, I took notice to Ben Simmons' demeanor when he got fouled. And in all my little 20 years of basketball, never have I seen anyone approach the free throw line with that. Like, he looked so defeated. And I was just like, I sent it to the group and was like, fellas, there's something to be said about the mindset when you are constantly like taking L's and failing, and like how you cannot, not being defeated in that. And so I just wanted to talk about, like, man, having an undefeated attitude. You know what I'm saying? How do we combat, failure? Like when there's like consistent failure, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Rams, you got it?
Yeah, man. I feel like that's so true. It's not even just the allowing it up to me. Hey, you just pulled a Ben Simmons.
I ain't want to shoot it, bro.
Nah, you pulled a Ben Simmons.
I ain't want to shoot it. I didn't want to shoot it
because it's the free throw line. But I was watching it live, that play where he's right under the basket. I was like, oh snap, he got an easy layup or a dunk right here. He jumped, looked up.
Yeah. No, that was a dunk. He had a dunk.
Yeah, it was a dunk, and he just passed it to somebody else. Like, bro, that was wide open. He was passed for it to somebody who was further away from the basket than he was, and I was like, oh wow, he doesn't want to even attempt to shoot, at all. And it used to be just shooting, but not even like something is literally right under the basket. Now he's not attempting layups, and that attitude, I was like, man, he is like, everybody knows it. He shook, like, know it in your head, but everybody around you knows it now. And I was just like, that's a divine. And then his teammate called it out, Joel Embiid at the press conference. They're asking, like, what was the turning point? Because they were kind of going back and forth. He was like, I feel like the turning point in the game was we had a chance for an open basket. We didn't make it. They came back, made a three. We came back. I made a mistake, and then it just like fell apart from there.
Yeah,
and that's how it was. Like the mental game had the game already had broken open there. Like the mental game had been won for them. And so he lost it there, and it was that, like we said, it's a defeated attitude. Like if you're already in your mind, you're like, you've decided I can't shoot, I'm a liability. You're defeated up here. So then all his actions came from that: passing up a wide open basket, not shooting when you're open, and just throwing the ball away. It spread to the rest of the team, because if you're not confident, everybody else can see that, and it energized his enemies.
And you're not confident as $150 million player. Yeah, what does that do for the player? Yeah, he's a max guy. What does that do for the teammates? You're the second best player on this team. You're a defensive, like all NBA player. Like,
somebody
what is that?
Pick up that role, and they ain't ready to do that. You know what I mean? Or that ain't their role. It's supposed to be his role. But you know what's crazy though? Like that attitude you talked about, like you hear people in the crowd like telling Ben to shoot it, like they joking around about it. It's like they flaming his jumper everywhere we go, or lack thereof. We ain't even seen the jumper, but you got one player that can't shoot that's refusing to shoot. You got another player in Giannis who can't shoot a lick, and people tell him not to shoot. But he's still shooting. You know what I mean? And like Rams, you said like he's like accepted that. I felt like Ben Simmons has. Like you said, the way he walked up to the foul line. Like I don't know if it's mental health, if it's something like that. I don't.
Yeah, that's a different ball.
That's a different ball game. Yeah, but like Ben, like you said, he walked up to the line, looked deflated. It was like he accepted that problem. You know what I mean? Like that way he can't shoot has become his identity. You know, and I think we gotta be very careful of that. Like that hurt, that pain that we have went through. I think we all have done it at times in our lives. Right. We have to looking like this is not me. And I think that's what Giannis is doing. Is like, I'm going to keep shooting, man. Yeah. I'm not stopping. You're not going to tell me who I am and who I'm not. Yeah. I know who I am when I look in the mirror. You know what I mean? And he so let's stay to that course.
Yeah. Let's give it some context because you brought up Giannis. And so a video came out. Like, now, if we being real, Giannis has been getting it worse than Ben because Giannis is a 2-time MVP. Yeah. Right. Defensive player of the year. He's a 2-time MVP and, you know,
carrying a country on his back.
Carrying a country on his back. And, you know, the TNT guys have been on him. Other players, James Harden was on his head. Like, you know what I'm saying? So many players have spoke about his, what they consider a low skill level. And a video comes out of Giannis at practice. And he's saying, and this is literally what he says, I've airballed in every circumstance. I've airballed back-to-back free throws in a game 7. He said that's here, and he like put his hand on the ground. I've been here. There's nowhere else for me to go but up.
But up. Yep.
I can't get any worse. And I was like, see, that's the difference right there. That mentality, the perspective and the relationship we have with failure. That's the difference between why Ben Simmons went into a shell versus why Giannis is like, I promise you, I'm going to still figure out how to get 40.
Hey, bro, you know, and what you're saying is like, one, like Ben Simmons, like he's in jail. His freedom is gone. You know, like he can't reach his goal when his freedom is restricted.
He in there with like Ramsey.
Giannis got backgrounds like us.
If you are listening online, I got a blank background behind me. I've just got walls, and it looks like a prison cell. If you listen on the podcast,
you got glass in front of him too.
That's what he does.
No touching.
Yeah,
tied to that bed. But nah,
that mental prison thing is real though.
Yeah, it's like you put yourself in that box, you know, and it's like I heard someone say one time, man, it's like to explore us and who we are, it's like space. Like space is large. We don't know what all is in space. It's too hard to comprehend, you know what I mean? But if you just want to try to stick to the planets and the sun and moon, then you've just missed out on a whole bunch of other part of space. And I feel like Giannis is doing that. Ben is doing that. He's boxing all his skills and talent in. He's so focused on like not trying to shoot it, or I don't know what he's thinking.
Yeah.
But like he got that defeated attitude, like you said. And when you got that defeated attitude, you can't grow. It's impossible.
So when is the time that y'all have personally been in those type of situations? Like, and what did you do to kind of, you know, get out of that? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, what did you do?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
You know, for me, I'll lead off. For me, I remember I was kind of in a Ben Simmons situation my sophomore year in junior college, right? And my confidence was low. I wasn't shooting well. Coach Bailey had, you know, who we always bring up. And actually the phrase undefeated attitude comes from him. He used to always tell us that. And I remember I couldn't hit shots. I was in a shooting slump. I wasn't playing well. And he ended up benching me. And I went into the next practice and it was like every shot I took, I wasn't even trying to make it. I'm just shooting because I'm open. Right. And it was a mindset thing. And coach put me in the office and he just he corrected me, but he encouraged me at the same time. And he was like, you need to get back to what you were doing before. I had gotten away from the work and that affected my confidence. Right. I had got away from being in the gym early in the morning, coming to practice early, staying late. And so that affected my play, which affected my confidence. And so the moment I started doing that, I got back in rhythm. I'm feeling good again, but it's because I had gotten away from what I did to get me there in the first place, or, you know what I'm saying, to propel me to that. And so once I was able to get back to that, I went on a run. We hit the conference tournament and I was hot. Like I'm talking about, I went on a roll. Confidence was rolling. Y'all know me. I'm smiling. I'm laughing while I'm playing. But before it was just like, it literally was that. It was like that defeat. I came in, and then coach pulling me too, because it's like, bro, you're the leader of this team. That mindset is gonna permeate throughout here. Like, and so he had to yank me. But the moment I got back to what got me there, I was able to overcome that mentality.
That's what's up. I think for me, it was like actually it was like a workshop. I found like a dream job that I thought was like, this is it, And then I wasn't hitting like certain like aspects of it that I didn't want to. I just didn't think like this was like supposed to be the most important part of the job, but it was the part where everybody wanted like the numbers. Hey, you got to hit the numbers, especially like
Best Buy job, bro.
I'm sorry. Yeah, man, I was lead. They put me over the computers. I finally moved up from cameras to computers, and I was killing it. Hey. Shout out to anybody working at Best Buy though. Yeah. And so, I mean, in my mind, what was like the best thing pastorally was like the people skills, the being sit and be with people, visiting them, being there for people, the birth of people's children, all that stuff. But like in our culture, there's also like the numbers of how many people came to this event, or how many people got in that, or how many people got in that. Which is important to reach people, but like that wasn't my focus, my aim. Long story short, I was feeling like, dang, I'm not hitting this. And so I started changing my mentality to focus on that. And that went down to my volunteers. So now I'm like kind of snapping at them, like church volunteers, like, hey man, we gotta do this. We gotta get the numbers up. We gotta do this because we can't lose. And they'll be like, Ramsey, this doesn't feel like you. Are you okay? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just fired up. We gotta do this because we gotta, trying to rally the troops to like get these numbers because we gotta hit this many people and get these many people in groups and stuff like that. And honestly, I'm glad that multiple people started telling me like, are you okay? Because I was like, okay, if multiple people start asking me if I'm okay, I got to take the look at myself. Yeah. So I had to reevaluate what was most important to me because I was trying to be outside. If we're putting it in that like that sports mentality, I was playing outside my game. I was outside of myself. Like this is not my bread and butter. Anytime that a lot of people have come is because I've slowly built all that buy-in from being very relational with people, being there for them, letting them know I'm bought in. And so when you say, hey, we're doing this event, they're like, yeah, are you doing the event? Oh yeah, we're going to come out. Like, we know that you're going to care about us, afterwards. I was trying to do it the opposite, do a big event and then get people to fall in and care. So I was outside of that. Anyway, for me, honestly, it was like a whole like career change. I had to change my priorities of like what, the organization wanted or how they wanted things to function and for me. And that was a hard decision to make, but going into college and residence life, it was perfect because I'm not the one, I have a residence full of people. I'm trying to keep them, not so much be the one trying to corral everybody in. I'm not like an admissions coordinator. I'm the one like keeping them and caring for them in there. And that was the most pastoral job. It is the most pastoral job that I've had. And so getting out of that defeated attitude too, because when I was in that defeated, I was like, man, I'm not good at this. I'm not good at, I messed up a baptism thing one time because I didn't order, because I was like, listen, I was supposed to order like, they're like, oh yeah, you're over baptisms. I was like, great. Baptism day came. They're like, hey, where's the t-shirt? Where's the t-shirts and shorts that we give out to people and other stuff like that? I was like, I'm over the baptism. They're like, yeah, that means you got to do like this and that and the other. I was like, I thought I was over like dunking people, making sure that they was cared for, making sure they understood what baptism.
I thought I was gonna hug people. I thought I was gonna get the post-water hug.
I was like, I'm about to tell you like what this means, what does baptism mean? But so I was like, oh man, I'm not organizational. So a lot of those things, just to wrap it up, it was like organizationally, I was like focusing on like, oh, these are my shortcomings, and I wasn't playing to my strengths, because when I played, I switched. And I went to like Evangel, started working there and started playing to my strength. I was like, all right, I'm not going to touch a spreadsheet. I've got 8 students that I've got. Y'all can do some spreadsheets, okay? Y'all can do, somebody can do that. It's not the funnest job in the world, but that's what you get paid for. I'm gonna be here for these students, get that, play to my strengths, talk to these parents, talk to these students. And yeah, just the conversations that I've had are people saying, hey, when you had that conversation, or when you made me go to anger management, or where you did all this stuff, like that's the best part of Evangel for me. And that really helped me like just playing to the strengths of my game and got me out of that side of being defeated.
I love that.
That's
Playing
good,
to your
bro.
strengths.
Yeah. Seemed like from what both of you all are saying, y'all both like gave great stories there. It's like being connected to your core, and that's your strengths. You know, that's where you're the strongest at. You know, is your core. But from there, everything flows. So if you mess up your routine, like you were saying, Jay, like I was just shooting everything and I was getting away from like what I actually do, my routine, what made me successful. You're going to lose that. Rams, you saying like being as a pastor, when I got away from who I was, focused on them relationships, I was out of whack. You know what I mean? And that's like y'all real strength, you know, and I feel inspired by hearing those two stories. I'm trying to think one for myself, man. It's kind of hard. I feel like I got a couple, but you try to get that perfect one for the podcast. You know what I'm saying? You try to make sure it come out right. Nah, I'm joking, but I feel like maybe like becoming not like out of myself, that battle. You know what I mean? I think it was probably around the time like when my father passed. You know, and I just wasn't me for good reason. You know what I mean? It was a big part of me that left, but after quite a while, you can't keep doing the same thing every day.
Right.
You got to pick up and say, I'm going to live. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it was like really the love of my wife really helping me with that. You know what I mean? I think it's good to have a strong support team around you when you're going through these situations. Because if you don't, you're going to be stuck in your own thoughts in your own head and you ain't figured out the answer yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? But having that strong support team around you helps out. But having my wife and then having my son, man, the birth of him is like, I don't want this story to be told to him like this. I want him to see a father that's alive. You know what I'm saying? So that was one for me. I just had to reconnect with myself. You know what I mean? I had to deal with that pain, you know, and that pain, and that pain was a cure. You know what I mean? I had to really search my heart and I had to allow myself to grieve. And
did you ever feel in that situation that you were like, as you were like going through that process, that like you were defeated, like you found your identity in as a person who didn't have his dad anymore?
It's crazy. You know, when I first moved back to Cincinnati, people like, you know, you meet people, you know, where you been? Where are you from? You from Cincinnati? And you tell me I moved away. And I always saying, yeah, when I moved back, because my pops passed. And I caught myself, it was like not too long ago. I was like, why do I keep saying that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to keep sharing that piece of information. Like I love my father, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to say like erase him by no means. Right. But like you said, that pain ain't gotta be my identity. You know, I've built other things from there, you know, but if I keep saying that, I stay in that spot.
Right.
I keep focusing on that. If you focus on that deer in the road, you're gonna hit the deer.
Oh, that's good.
You know, and I felt like I was staying in that spot, but you gotta find a reason to live. You gotta find a reason to shoot. You gotta find a reason to go ask that.
You gotta find a reason.
Apply for that job, whatever it is, to be successful, to grow.
And that's
and you
good,
can't keep going back to that reason, like why I'm not here, like because you're gonna stay there.
Yeah, you mentioned team and how important your family was, and you regaining like your confidence and regaining your sense of identity and who you are. It was said, and I just want to bring the Ben Simmons thing back, and then we won't touch it, that part of the problem and why Ben Simmons hasn't been able to overcome his like shooting struggles is because he has a team full of yes men. He doesn't have people, for one, encouraging him to be better, but also two, challenging him and encouraging him in who he is. Right.
Right.
So I think because he doesn't have a strong and fortified team, that it affects his mind, because now what everybody is saying is getting to him, right? Mm-hmm. And I think the person we see the opposite of that with is CP3. Man. Bruh, CP has been in the league for 16 years and has only been better. One Western Conference final. Or this is his second. In 16 years, bro, he's played through the Kobe era. He's played through the Heat era. He's played through the Cleveland and the Warriors era, bro. Mm-hmm. And he's persevered, bro. He's heard it all. He's a bad teammate. He can't win. He's too small. He's always injured. He like, bruh, and he's persevered through it all. And in his press conference the other day, they asked him, Chris, how do you feel, getting the news about, you having COVID, and like, where was your mentality? He was like, man, I'm good. Listen, he was like, my team is so strong. My family's so strong. The people around me so strong. My mind was good. I just said, this is just what we got to do. And I'm going to be ready to get back when it's time for me to get back. Yeah. And it was like, oh, that's the mindset. That's the champion.
That's the undefeated mindset.
That need to be the intro.
That's the undefeated. That's the undefeated attitude, bro. Like, yeah. And he's taking L after L after L. We talk about him being down 3-1 and losing. Whether that's that, you talk about the San Antonio series, him getting hurt, being right there, game 7, could go to the the
Clippers.
Bro.
And then the defeat of like being traded to Oklahoma City, a place where you ended up starting, and then saying, nah, we're going to make this an amazing Oklahoma City team, like defy expectations there.
Bro. Yeah, no. You just said it. Defy expectations, bro. That's the undefeated attitude, bro. Yeah. It's like, despite, because they traded him there as like all right, bro, hey, go be a good vet. We'll never see you in the playoffs again.
Right. Like, collect your check.
Collect AARP. Your check. You know what I'm saying? Be the president of the NBPA. But CP was like, no, we're going to turn this into, like, we're going to the playoffs.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's crazy. All that resistance makes him stronger, He just staying true to who he is. He ain't changing. But like you said, Jay, that supportive team, having somebody in your ear helps. The people that's closest to you. You can drown out the noise everywhere else. If the people you love most are around you, telling you who you are, reaffirming who you are, it's more easier, I feel.
Yeah,
bro, that's how it was for me. Because when you guys know Rob. Here's what happened. When I ended up like resigning, I was like in between. I was like, all right, I applied to every place but Evangel to be a residence director. I was like, I'm not going back to Springfield, Missouri. Let me go to I looked at Southwestern and Waxahachie. I looked at like different places. But I started applying for government jobs, like just like a job. I was like, I'll just work in the city. I was like almost having the defeated, not the postal service. I didn't go that far, but I was no shade to that, but like just working in the government building. I was like, they always need government jobs. And then I had an encouragement from a friend, Logan, that worked there, and then Rob was leaving his job. They're like, man, you would be awesome at this. And then just not defying expectations, because the expectation would have been like, oh man, I failed in this area. Let me just get a regular job and then recap things, and not like dream for bigger and be like, what's something really impactful I could do?
Man.
Bro, these college students. And so I needed those people around me who were correcting me, being like, hey, are you okay? You're acting out of your element. This isn't you to be like, hey, we got to do this. We got to do like, like, that's not really you. So having the people around me that would call me out, and then having the people encourage me when I thought, man, I'm thinking about doing this. Like, you would be amazing. Apply there, So I needed that.
Hello, and welcome to the Lite Podcast Multi-Minute. I am Reggie Harris, founder and CEO of Harris Multifaceted. I'm going to give you my top 10 ways of staying positive in the midst of adversity here. Number 1, pause. There's an old saying from an old song that says, stop right still and study yourself. You have to stop right still and study yourself. Look at what you're doing right now. Look at what you're going through. Look at the circumstances around you. And that leads me to number 2, spend time with your thoughts. You need to spend time what is going on in your head. Maybe you even need to verbalize it aloud in order to focus your thoughts. Number 3, acknowledge them. And that's part of the whole verbalization part. You need to acknowledge what you're dealing with, acknowledge what you're feeling. Number 4, evaluate. Also, here's the thing, self-reflection is everything. Evaluate what you did, or how you may have caused, or maybe, the part that you played in the adversity that you're going through. And number 5, then you go and look at the external. Who caused this in your life? What caused this in your life? And then number 6, get a game plan to change it or to fix it. You got to get a game plan. It may be getting therapy. It may be getting help. Maybe talking to best friends, or maybe dealing with that conflict or whatever it is with those people. Then number 7, Put that into action. And number 8, review the lessons learned. Also, number 9, allow yourself to be redirected. And number 10, speak positive affirmations over yourself, the process, and the growth that will happen. Thank you again for tuning in. We love you. Peace.
So yeah, fellas, I mean, this topic of the undefeated attitude, you know, it's really near and dear to me right now. As I'm kind of going through, Ramsey, what you alluded to with you know, when you were leaving like the church and trying to figure out what to do, you know, next. Like, I feel like my career, as I've been trying to build it out, has legitimately been that, right? Having to have undefeated attitude time after time. Because it's like, well, is this the one? Is this single gonna be the one? Is this song gonna be the one? Is this like, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like time after time having to recalibrate. And so in this season of my life, bro, it's like, you know, we're adding to the enterprise that is, you know, Joseph and whatnot. And I've almost gotten to a point where it's like I'm numb to everything unless it looks like a certain type of way, unless it like guarantees a certain type of success. And even sometimes to the point of like a woe is me. And my wife will check me. She'll be like, whoa. Like, hold on now. Like, no, this isn't it. Like, this is just a moment in time and we gonna work through this. Like, but keep like, and you know, just keep going. And so really it hammered home the other day. I was just in my devotional time, and I don't want to get too preachy on here, but I'm gonna take it there anyways. I was in my devotional time. Yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? And I was reading Mark, and I can't remember the exact chapter, but it was the man, the synagogue leader, Jairus. I don't know if it's Jairus or Jairus, but you know, when he went to Jesus for his daughter to get healed, Jesus was like, "Yeah, I'll roll. Let's go. I'll do it." And so on the way there, like, it get interrupted. Like, the plans for Jesus to go heal his daughter gets interrupted by the woman who had the issue of blood, right? And so, you know, y'all know, she gets healed. She touches the hem of his garment, gets healed. And Jesus is like, "Oh, hold on. Before you go, I got to holler at whoever just got some of my power." And so they go into conversation. And I can just picture Jairus like, "Bruh, you gotta be kidding me." like you said, and this is this was the revelation. Like, you said you were gonna come and heal. You said you were gonna provide. You said you were gonna do this thing. Like, what's the holdup? Like, she got her healing. Let's bounce. Let's go. Let's get to it. In the midst of that, here comes one of his servants from the crib. Like, "Yo, just put a pin in it. Jesus, you ain't got to come. She dead." And after that, you hear no other words from Jairus for the rest of the story. All you hear is Jesus say, "Hey, bro, don't even worry about it. Just believe." And so they proceed to go. And as they go, bro, it says that, like, when Jesus said, "She's not dead, she's just sleeping," and people start laughing at him, I could picture Jairus like, "Bro, she could have been healed. Like, you told me you were going to, like, take care of this." But he didn't say nothing once again. And then Jesus kicks everybody out who ain't got faith. He like, "All y'all got to go. Everybody got to go. If you don't have faith, you got to get out of this room. I only need people who are faithful." Like, not faithless, faithful. And so then Jesus, like, you know, he says a word to her. She wakes up. And, you know, I just resonated with that because it was like, bruh, it's a process to this thing. Just because it's taking a little bit longer, that doesn't mean you're not close to Jesus. That doesn't mean he's not going to do what he said he was going to do. Bruh, just trust and believe and keep walking in it. Keep walking towards it, right? Jairus had to keep walking towards, you know, what God was going to do to him. And he couldn't have an undefeated attitude, because if he did, if Jairus had an undefeated attitude, the moment Jesus stopped and was having a conversation with the woman with the blood, he would have been like, "You know what? You're right. It's over. She dead. Like, I'm gonna just go ahead back to the crib." Attitude. Yeah, if he had my fault, if he had a defeated attitude, he
Yeah.
would have just been like, I'm gonna just chalk this up. Jesus, appreciate you for your time. I'm gonna just head to the crib. But he didn't give up. He believed and he kept that confidence. And he ended up seeing a miracle, bro. And so, man, I don't even know why I went on that long tangent like that,
Bro.
But
That's so true. Cause like I want to say something to that because like I'm thinking of like how many times in our lives, I know in my life, where I've been like, man, I'm believing for this, God. Like I feel like this is the next, like you said, that I'm next. So I stepped out in faith. I'm kind of out here in the middle of no man's land. I quit my job, Lord. I got out of that like relationship. I moved to this new place. Okay, I'm out here. And then like you see other people getting blessed, you know, the gram, they post, you know, they doing all this. Is like, bruh, God, like in the middle of, okay, I want to be happy for them, but it's hard for me to be happy for them.
What about me?
In the middle of, yes, exactly.
Right.
Like what? I'm out here. Like you see me suffering. Like you were talking to me about, can't you do this at the same time? Why am I seeing other people's blessings happening? Other people getting healed. Cool, good for you. I've got somebody I need to get healed. I got somebody. Your issue of blood wasn't even, it's not even life or death. You can handle a little issue.
Right.
That,
so the crazy thing about faith is faith challenges confidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our faith challenges confidence, bro. And so I feel like, you know, as we relates to Ben Simmons, because of his lack of faith in his game, it's challenged his confidence, and we seen the result.
Yeah.
Like faith
you
is
be
like
confident in,
bruh.
You know,
and
you
so,
don't got no work.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? It's same thing with Giannis. Like his faith. Where does his faith in? Giannis has faith in his game. He has faith in the time he's put in. He has faith in the effort, and so his confidence isn't shaken. He has an undefeated attitude. Chris Paul, he has faith in the process. He trusts and like, hey, it's coming. I just gotta keep doing the work. It's coming. It's coming. I just gotta keep doing the work. And it's the same thing I'm like going through right now, where it's like, bruh, if you really have faith. If you have faith in God, if you have faith in the work you've put in, bro, you're gonna have confidence. Because at the end of the day, we talked about it. It's physics. What you put in, it got like you put the seed in, you water it, you do what you're supposed to do. Like it's gonna grow.
Consistency yields results. You're gonna yield results. But nah, you get it on the nail there, bro. I don't think we could say it better.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to one up y'all all. No,
hey, go back to your Irish thing, bro. I kind of put myself in their shoes and hear you talking about the story. I would have been hot, bro.
I've been picked, bro.
Hey, man, my child at home sick, bro. You over here cracking jokes, trying to say my child sleep. Hey, I may have turned to the I had a snuffing.
You would have snuffed.
That's my baby, bro. That's my baby. I didn't know he was Christ like that at the time, probably. I'm probably still learning and discovering of everybody else.
And look, he's a teacher, man. This rabbi over here talking about he healing people.
Man, you talking about my baby at home? Nah, but like to stay in character. That's tough, man. You experiencing every single emotion. When you experiencing every single emotion, you fragile right at that moment. And that's what I've lost it at times. You know what I mean? Like,
no, that's heavy. To stay in character, to stay in character in the midst of like with adversity or failure, like right in your face, bro.
Yeah,
I like how you put failure in quotes, because the things that we talk about, we make these big, huge deals of like this was a failure, and look back after like exactly.
Like I look at Ben Simmons right now, like he got some stuff he got to change, especially if this is his. Like his circle he got like that. And he got some stuff he got to address for sure. We all seen it. But he's young. He's a young player. He's going to bounce back. He's going to shoot the ball next year. You know what I mean? But you got to shoot the ball next year. You got to put the work in. But everybody going to forget about this. Nobody brings up that LeBron Mavericks series or like players, Tragic Johnson.
Failure is a moment, clearly, bro. Failure is a moment. It's not a failure. That's it. Failure is a moment. It is not a time. Like it's like
it's the same thing with winning, bro. Like, same thing with winning.
Yeah.
I heard Phil Jackson said, I'm only a winner when I'm winning. You only lost. I won't say you're a loser. You're never a loser. But you're only a loser when you're losing. You know what I mean? After the game's over, you're not a loser. Like who put that in our heads? Like, you ain't successful. Charles Barkley ain't successful. He didn't get a ring. He a loser. Yeah. What?
Yeah. Failure is a moment.
Was 6'4", bodying people, rebounding.
Man, you know how many other things he's won at? Not counting basketball.
Yeah.
Like, you just gotta silence that noise out there, man. Don't pay attention to other people. Pay attention to what you're doing, like you said, Jay. You gotta focus on like the goal, the mission, and just focus on what you're doing. So that crap. But yeah, my bad. I'm going there now.
You know what I'm about to say.
Come on.
Focus your way. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but then you started smiling when he said focus. Like,
because I saw your eyes light up. I'm like, here we go.
I was wondering what was funny. I didn't even catch it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So whoever out there is struggling, you struggling with your confidence. Listen, failure is a moment, it's not an identity. Right. Failure is a moment, it's not your identity. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a process. Stay committed to that process of what you're doing, and find your confidence in that. Put your faith in that, and not in a momentary failure. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, fellas. Yeah, I feel good. How y'all feel? I feel encouraged. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I can run through a brick wall.
Yeah, man. I'm ready,
definitely.
Man.
Plus, I've been lifting weights.
Back in that gym, bro.
I've been
back
lifting.
In that iron.
I've been in there like I'm talking about. And it's funny because I only got like 25-pound barbell. I say I don't even know what they call.
Man,
I'm just in there. I've been watching the Rock videos. I'm getting like, I'm trying to get yoked up.
Man, that's what's up, bro.
And Rock is intense.
I know you've been sore. That's what that means. You've been sore.
No, actually, surprisingly, bro, I've done it to where it's like because I do pull workouts on the days I don't lift, so it gives my body that rejuvenation. But I haven't been
get healthy. I see you, bro.
I'm trying to get to your level, bro. You really got it going on.
Nah, man.
You know what I'm saying? You over there.
Make me feel too good, bro.
Yeah, look at.
I see why you working. I know what's going on over there. I know what's going on. Trying to maintain every muscle, every tendon, every flexibility. They are getting right.
Hey, man.
I see that skin clearing up, bro.
Hey. Did something the other day. I said, babe, my skin extra clear. I don't know what.
I see you ain't been stressing at all. You always been happy.
My skin's so clear. It's hot. Usually when it's hot, your skin, I get heat, but like my skin extra. I'm like,
eating clean.
Hey, it's crazy what it do to you. Walk out with a whole new. You feel good walking a whole new man. You got a haircut.
That's probably what Ben Simmons.
Yeah, that's what
it's that confidence.
It needs some upper room worship. Y'all boys wild, man. But hey, we appreciate y'all for listening. This has been episode 5 of the Lite Podcast. And so, man, we'll
hope
see
you guys
y'all.
all had a grand Juneteenth.
Oh, shout out to yeah.
Sorry, I feel like I just bumped up the head. We were like coming, plane landed the plane, and I was like,
absolutely ruined the outro.
I was like, hope you all had a happy Juneteenth. I was just gonna like slide it in there.
Yeah, didn't go well. It's cool. It wasn't worse than the post office joke.
Yeah, post office joke didn't go well. I just waited some time. I said it's too late to laugh now. Can't clear
Have
it
white
up.
people ever come up to you and wish you a happy Juneteenth? What do? Is that okay?
No,
say that back.
Don't even put them 2 words together for real. Like it's now nasty.
We just putting on the stuff on the grill. We just celebrate.
Yeah, that just sounds nasty.
I happy I got that day off work, to be honest. That's what I was hyped about. They
Bro,
called and said, hey, you ain't got to come in tomorrow. Man, stayed up late that night.
Hey, my sister works at the mall. She was like, her boss came in all chipper. She was like, hey, Keisha. Oh, she was like, okay, hey. She's like, happy Juneteenth. She was like, happy Juneteenth. She's like, we get time and a half today. She's like, girl.
Don't nobody care about no Juneteenth. That's foul. That's foul.
We love our ancestors, though.
Shout out to the ancestors.
Honestly, we just gonna get a trial. Now there's a national holiday. We're gonna get a trial and error period. How we're gonna celebrate with the national holiday thing.
That's
being
really what it is. We don't really know how we're gonna
get together, man. We do a live podcast next Juneteenth, man. Get together.
For what? No.
I'll just find any reason to get together. Hey, y'all, it's Memorial Day. Y'all trying to get together?
Yeah, right. Yeah, no.
It's Arbor Day.
We're gonna celebrate President's Day this year.
Flag Day.
I see y'all on Columbus Day.
Hey, we do celebrate anything. Just a reason to get. You don't work, boy. You get hyped, especially when you're them pool parties.
Good
Days
time.
off. Boy. I forgot we still recording. We're gonna wrap this thing up.
We still, all right. So hey, listen. We love y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.